that those of us who were reasonable and saw that the color of someone's skin does not fucking matter were outnumbering those who were so ignorant that they believed that just because someone had a darker skin tone than them, that they were somehow inferior. But that somehow, just amazingly, the fact that we now have an African-American president seems to have brought a resurgence in basic racism, and you can see one of the things that makes me say this in the video that I'm linking from the Young Turks in the description, that people like Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh are just basically scrambling to point the finger of racism at anything they can when it pertains to the president or the NAACP. And I honestly, maybe it's just naive once again, but I believe that race has absolutely nothing to do with any of the president's intentions. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm a full-on supporter of some of the things he's done that has made me totally facepalm and go, dude, what are you doing? Other things that he's done have made me go, you know what, that's a good idea. I appreciate that as a citizen, good piece of legislation. But, so I'm not trying to touch either side on that, but it seems like the people who want to play the racism card who are white are seeming more willing to speak out now, because it seems like maybe the small-minded people have banded together, because we know as a society that the people are never, ever, ever, ever going to be happy with the fucking government until the government is literally handing the people shovelfuls of money. I mean, that's the only thing that's ever going to make the citizenry go, the government's great, is if the government is just shoveling piles of money into their pocket. But as we know, that's never going to happen. So the common citizenry is always, always, always going to have a problem with the government. But now that because that the president is different than he ever has been, in the fact that he has a darker skin tone than he ever has had before when it comes to the presidency, seems to give these small-minded racists the license to band together and speak out in ways that any logical-minded individual would just go, what the fuck are you talking about? So, I mean, this isn't really addressing any of the points. This is really just babbling at this point, and I realize this. And if it's entertaining, great. If it's not, I'm sorry. But what it basically boils down to is I fucking hate racism. I think that judging someone based on anything other than their actions and the words that come out of their mouth is absolute and utter ignorant, small-minded bullshit. That if you're a racist individual, then you really need to look at your own insecurities. Because as I've said in my previous racism video, that in my opinion, racism is nothing more than a product of a small-minded, insecure, scared little individual who thinks for some odd reason these people with a darker skin tone than them are some way superior to them, and therefore must enforce their inferiority to make themselves feel superior to someone that they believe in their small-minded, backwards-ass logic is superior to them. I don't know. If that makes sense to you, I hope. If not, I'm sorry, but once again, I can't really help it, because fucking Vicodin fucks with my head, and I don't know why I decided to make a video today. But anyway, the truth, basically, to try to directly answer what you're saying, I think Jesse Jackson is wanting to point the finger of racism at anyone, because that's kind of his standard thing. That's what he does. I mean, you gotta admit that. Jesse Jackson points at people and goes, you're a fucking racist. That's what he does. He tries to advance I guess, for lack of a better term, he tries to advance the black community, which is a good thing. But sometimes the tactics he takes are just kind of wrong, because he's just playing the race card. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. And Sane Revelation, why do black people complain about racism so much? And I don't know. I don't think they do. I really don't. I think that it's a small portion of the people in that demographic that speak out against racism, just like it's a small portion of the white people who are racist against black people. I think you're just maybe possibly taking a very small portion of the demographic and applying a stereotype to the rest of them, because at the risk of sounding like a cliche white person, I have had and do have many friends of various skin tones, and not one of them ever complains to me about how racist the white establishment is, whether they believe it or not. So, I can't really say that I agree with your opinion that you posted on my profile. I honestly think that people are just fucking people, honestly. And I think I mean, there's just as many white people who claim fucking racism when it comes to African-American organizations. So, I mean, what the hell are we going to do about that? Nothing, absolutely. I just think we're not going to do anything as a fucking society until we all realize that the color of someone's fucking skin absolutely, positively does not matter. That we are all capable of great goods, just as we are all capable of great evils, and it is a choice we need to fucking make inside of ourselves to do good instead of evil. Because really, despite any philosophical bullshit you want to put on it, evil is the detriment of human society. Good is the boon of human society. So if you want human society to advance, do good. And human society advancing means we all live better, we all live nicer, we all live more comfortably. Seems like an easy fucking choice. Anyway, I'm sorry if this was disjointed and rambling. I hope you at least found it entertaining. I'm RantingRamsay. That's all I have to say on that particular subject. That is all.
Hey, did you get all that, man?